I'll debate with a $5,000 copay for every one of those.
Let's let Sandy wrap up because he's got
It's okay. No, I enjoy it. I love it.
That's the debate.
No, wait a minute, though. Wait a minute. I don't know. No. The 5,000. Don't listen to everything you hear.
I read it in the bill.
No. Look.
I read the bill.
There is not a $5,000 copay for everybody. That is not correct. What we do is to have an individual mandate. And in order to have health care insurance, everybody has to be covered. And in the House bill, there are subsidies, major subsidies for people below certain income levels. So it may be that Rush Limbaugh says it's 5,000 for everybody, but that ain't true. So let me suggest this. John reminded me that I had to leave. I appreciate that. But as we go forth, I do want to say this to all of us here. We have a job to do outreaching to the people of this area and the people of Michigan and the people of the United States. We have not yet succeeded in overcoming the myths and the inaccuracies about health care reform. And our job is to go back into the neighborhoods, knock on the doors of people like Archie, all of us, and carry the message. Because those people who think that the situation is hopeless, those people who think the answer is that government is always evil, those people who think that the answer is to turn all insurance over to the insurance companies of this country. Most Americans don't believe that, and we need to go back out into the neighborhoods and tell people we need to get jobs back going, and we need to pass health care reform.
Walking out that I think we also want him to take back to Washington. There's some signs back there about how ever since the Democrats lost Ted Kennedy's seat in Massachusetts, it looks as though Democrats have gotten a little skittish in Washington. We want, Sandy, for you to go back to Washington and tell folks that we still have 59 votes in the Senate and we still control the U.S. House of Representatives.
Thank you for your hard work.
Yeah. The Republicans are not going to give a single vote. It's clear, either in the House or in the Senate.
Amen.
And so the Democrats have to play hardball, because that's why we elect them. A whole lot of people counting on us to do that. So someone also asked a question about budget reconciliation. There is a flyer over there. Mary Ann, raise your hand. There is a flyer that explains what budget reconciliation process is. So for those of you that are not aware of what that process is, please go take a look at the flyer. You can learn more about it, because there is a way around the 60-vote rule that we think has to be utilized for health care reform and for the other things. Before we get to our next speaker, a couple more housekeeping things. Raise your hand if you're sitting next to an empty seat, because there are a bunch of empty seats that folks in the back who may want to sit down. Feel free to come forward and sit. There's some children over there that may want to sit down. There's some seats over here. Secondly, on the back corner there, you'll see about 4 or 5 voting booths that look like they're voting booths. And what those are laptops where we can send an email to members of Congress to urge them to take action. This is one of the things we want everyone in this room to do tonight before they leave, is to send an email. We also have cell phones by Organizing for America, back there, raise your hand, the tall woman, the blonde, where people can make cell phone calls to members of Congress to urge action. We also have letters to the editor that we have that we'll make available for people to fill out to send to the local newspapers as well. Now, we also have a number of representatives here representing other members of Congress. Oh, I failed to mention Planned Parenthood of Michigan is one of our sponsors as well. I'm so sorry. I hope Jessica will forgive me, as well as Sarah Stratton. They're wonderful people. They do great work. But we have Kevin Ritt is here on behalf of Congressman Gary Peters. We have Robert Klauskin here on behalf of Congressman Carolyn Kirkpatrick. We have Brian Herder here on behalf of Congressman John Dingell. Vicky Selva is here on behalf of Senator Carl Levin. And Lori Hall is here on behalf of Senator David Stabenow. And Liz Boykins is here on behalf of Congressman John Conyers, who I hear may be coming tonight. And this shows will certainly give Congressman Conyers an opportunity to address all of you. But now I want to turn into the 4 main campaigns that we want to explain to all of you what they're doing and how all of you can get further plugged into these campaigns. The first one is Reforming Immigration for America. And Chris Mikolakis is going to speak to all of you. And again, Chris is the political director for our United Food Commercial Workers.